Guys, my friends at Barbell Apparel have done it again. Their new most popular jogger is back and is better than ever. The new Recon 3.0 joggers are here. These joggers are meant to handle any workout and they're gonna keep you looking great on your rest days. I'm always looking to throw these pants on, whether it's at home to relax, work out, or tackle my day. The Recon 3.0 joggers are my go-to. With new features and improved fabric, these joggers are bound to become a staple in your wardrobe. Barbell has added a new structured waistband and an ankle opening to the joggers you love. But that's not all. The 3.0 Recon joggers have new internal pocket storage and waterproof zippers. These joggers have sold out 10 times, so be sure to grab yours before they're gone. So go to barbellapparel.com and upgrade to the newest barbell joggers today, or just click on the link below. You want the hot take of the day? Khalil Rountree is going to walk through Alex Pereira. There you go. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, how is Alex? Where do you see the benefits? And isn't that a risk? I'm very interested in this booking for many reasons. I don't know if any of which are stronger, right? We brought in an NXT guy. Somebody from SmackDown is headed over to Raw, generally, to get a fight on pay-per-view. You're in the pool of guys that fights on pay-per-view. And Rountree, you couldn't tell me the last time you saw him do a fight on pay-per-view. So you're not overly familiar with him. That's the real reality. He's ranked number 8. They haven't gone that low. They haven't gone that low ever when higher-ranked guys that have never been given the opportunity are fresh, healthy, and available. And the point that I'm trying to make for you, you haven't considered Rountree. You haven't watched Rountree. You don't know a lot about Rountree. You don't know he's finished his last 5 guys. You don't know about the power he's got in his hands. You don't understand how good his defenses are. You don't understand that some of his most impressive knockouts, and not just win his last 5, but some of his most impressive work comes when he's countering strikers. And as good as Alex Pereira is, he still makes the mistakes that the greats mistake. Like the greats could just never, they just couldn't do it because it doesn't look cool in their mind. Like when you get better at fighting, you will get away from the fundamentals more and more. You just think it's cool. On your very first day, you will be taught to keep your chin down and keep your hands up. But once you start winning championships in kickboxing, believe me, those hands are going to be coming down. And that chin is going to be up. That's a display to the coaches in the world. I'm seasoned, I'm ready, I'm just that good. I just bring that to you. When you play that game, it really doesn't matter who the better kickboxer is. Like, you won't hear very many analysts when Alex Pereira is going to fight. We'll give him compliments in a lot of other areas, just not that one. No matter how many men you've beat, if your fights are here in 4-ounce gloves against tough talent, you are eligible and susceptible to be knocked out. I mean, I just bring that to your attention because what a risk this fight is. Would you have taken it? Would you have taken it? And it was, the strategy here was well played. When you have Ankalaev and you couldn't find me an example in history where you had a number 1 contender call out the champion and you had the champion publicly accept the number 1 contender. And not one time, not mentioned over here and only the hardcores have it. It's done many times. Many, many times. They have both agreed to fight. And you couldn't show me a time in history where that fight then was not made. So, and you really smart marks that can, but you understand if there's illness or injury, it changes what I'm talking about. And in this case, we've gone to number 8. But before we did it, we were tactical and we were strategic. And we released what number 1 was doing. So if the question was to ever come up, why did champion not get put against number 1? You have a very clear answer that came out over 3 weeks ago. Are you not paying attention? He has a fight. I want to hold the champion up. I've got to find him. I mean, you see, but there was a lot of wheels that went into motion here. And nothing is done on accident, not on this level. So it can be very fun. I enjoy that part. I enjoy guessing. I make one phone call and actually find out the answer. I don't want it. I want to guess with you guys. So we had a very clear strategy here, right? There was only one guy that Ankalaev could fight, and that was Rachik, who you could give an excuse for his last loss, considering he's coming off of an injury. Oh, by the way, looked pretty good in the process. So that one match you could do. Both guys say yes, boom, you've done it. Wait yourself some time. Now it's very easy to go to somebody out of the norm. And it is very unusual, aside from short notice matches, that anybody out of the top 5 is brought in for a world title fight. You'd have a really, really hard time. Right? Now, again, I'm not talking about short notice. I'm not talking about extenuating circumstance, which creates massive opportunity in this sport because nobody loves to go to work less in life than a cage fighter. But outside of extenuating circumstance, we don't go out of the top 5 for a world title fight, man. We damn near made it into the top 10. So I'm telling you all of these things because the one thing that is so common, it is so common from the playground to the pros. The guy that I know the most is the best. It is so incredibly common. I mean, I could play this game with you right this second, and I can ask you who is the best boxer of all time. And most of you don't watch very much boxing, but all of you will say Muhammad Ali. And if you didn't, but I told you to name 3, for sure, it's a literal statement. All of you would have said Muhammad Ali, and then you would have thought to yourself, who's next most popular? But the truth is, you couldn't tell me a championship that he won. Right? You couldn't tell me if it was WBA, WIBA. You couldn't tell me which fights were championship fights. Where was he the champion? Where was he defending? You really don't know very much about him. But you would have put him as the greatest ever. You just did a moment ago. I caught you. I just am showing you a piece of your psychology. And I'm bringing that to your attention because Khalil Rountree is going to roll over Alex Pereira. So all of this talk about Khalil doesn't deserve it. Khalil should not be in those positions. There's only one person that you need to believe that, and that is Alex Pereira. It's a very, very dangerous fight. And why on earth take the risk? We think that we know whether we do or not, but we have a consensus as to why not Ankalaev, right? We have a consensus. It's Matt Lindland, Rich Franklin idea all over again. I understand. But to make believe you don't got a big problem here with Khalil, at least following that same concept of these guys get up and switch chairs because it's a bad matchup. Khalil Rountree does his greatest work when he is under a striking attack. The better you are at striking, if you come and you use that offensively, and I'm sharing that with you because I don't think you guys know that. I don't think you know much about Khalil Rountree. And the best way to get Alex to heavyweight, because see, we can make him heavyweight tomorrow. We just can't make him a heavyweight tomorrow if he's got the 205-pound belt. The only problem with Alex in heavyweight is the 205-pound belt. We can all agree with that, right? Anyone not fighting for a title can move weight classes right now. No issue. So the best way to get him to heavyweight, just so you understand, it's not to clean out the division and keep doing more work and keep saying all the right things on social media. That is a way. That's a way. It takes a lot of time. It takes some luck. The best way, get him beat. Get the belt off him. He's free to become a heavyweight.